Hey y'all, it's Ayanna. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my socials at _ringbells on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Y'all, we are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so I appreciate y'all. So just make sure to keep running those numbers up for me, and then that way I can start getting out y'all the more crazier story times, because I still got Clingy, Jordan and Delilah, Larry. I got them all in the vault for y'all. But yeah, side note, y'all was eating me up in the comments in that last story time. But y'all, I was 21 and I was drunk. And there's probably a lot of stuff Tasha and I did wrong and a lot of stuff Crazy did wrong, but it is what it is. I'm always open to y'all criticisms. But without further ado, as you can tell by the title, this is a story time about the times my friends and I got into a brawl in college. Yeah, let's jump right in. All right, y'all, so you already know, gotta give y'all the background, gotta set the scene. So like I said, y'all, this story takes place, I was in college. It was my sophomore year. Now, y'all remember when I said I had that little birthday kickback? This happened like literally a few days later, I would say. Sort of, kind of. Now, this particular day, y'all remember Star, best friend. Now, she and I were coming from class. Like I said, I probably was in this apartment all of like a week, if that. And we're coming from class. We come all the way upstairs. Now, if y'all remember in the other story times, I told y'all about how the layout was in the apartment. I guess I'll just name the roommates and them now. So at the top floor, like I said, I lived all the way at the top on the 3rd floor. Across from me was, we'll name her Dana. Now, below us, you had 2 other girls. We'll name one girl Chloe. We'll name the other one Jade. If you know, you know. Those are the brat stalls. And yeah, so y'all, like I said, Star and I are up in my room and we just getting unwound from class. We hear the front door open and y'all, you know, like I said, it's 2 floors down. So we hear the front door open and I'm like, what is that? So I'm thinking it was my roommate, so I'm not thinking nothing of it. But then we don't hear no girls' voices. We hear boys' voices. So I'm like, okay, now maybe boys came in with my roommates, but again, I don't hear any girls' voices. So we open my door. We standing at the top of the stairs trying to listen. We start smelling like tree smoke. So I'm like, let's go downstairs. So we put our sweatpants and stuff back on. We go downstairs. I'm like, oh, what's up? They like, oh, mind you, never seen none of them before. So I'm like, what's up? They like, oh, we here, we waiting on Jade, Chloe, and Dana. And I'm like, oh, that's fine, but they not here, so can y'all leave? So the one boy, he was like, what you mean, can we leave? Like, shorty, he was like, we been coming here way before you even moved in. Like, we already known them since the whole fall semester. I was like, that's fine, but I paid tuition to live here and they are not here. And I don't feel comfortable with you being here. I don't know you, so can you leave? Star was like, right. So he was like, the other boy, he was like, oh, come on, Cameron, let's leave. He was like, nah, like, we gonna wait for them. Like, I could call them. I was like, I can call them too. I know they're in class, so can you leave? So the other boy, he was like, come on, Cameron, let's leave. So the 3 of them, they get up, they leave out. Me and Star, we go back upstairs. We doing our handle, come back down, we start smoking, we doing homework. Like, an hour goes by, my roommates come home. Now, with my roommates, they have this friend, and we'll name her Yasmin, another brat doll. So we'll name her Yasmin, and y'all, Yasmin, Star and I saw her around, but we didn't know her. Now, the only reason we saw her around is because she was like this with Michael. Now, y'all remember the story time about she was playing both sides, and Tina thought that I didn't like her, and she thought we was beefing over Michael. Michael and Yasmin were very close, along with Michael's roommate that Star was dealing with. We'll name him Jamal. So she was locked in with them. So we would see her around like freshman year and stuff, and we knew that they were friends. So, and like I told y'all, I dealt with Michael my freshman year, so we saw her in passing, but I didn't know her. So she came in and she apologized, and she was like, well, I'm sorry, y'all, for my man. And we like, who? And she was like, Cameron. So I'm like, okay, so that was the one that had all the mouth. And she was like, yeah, he just be doing too much or whatever. So she's like, my bad. So my roommates was like, yeah, girl, you did the right thing. Like, if you didn't feel comfortable with him being here, he gotta go. So me and Star was like, okay, bet. Like, I'm glad they was on our side, because that house could get a little bad girls club like. So we like, okay, cool. We all sitting in there, y'all, like I said, listening to music, we smoking, playing cards. Maybe like 45 minutes, an hour goes by. The boy Cameron comes in. Now he's there with just the other boy who was telling him to go, and we'll name him Dylan. So Cameron comes in, he looks at me and Star, he was like, I want to
apologize. He was like, I didn't mean to come off like that. We got off on the wrong foot, so clean slate.
We like, okay, cool. Now mind y'all, Cameron and Dylan were both tree sellers. Dylan didn't go to the school, but he was from the same hometown as Yasmin and Cameron. So he was just always around. Like I think he just used to spend a night in Cameron's room for the most part. But over time, y'all, clean slate. They gave us some tree, and we was cool. Everybody was friends. They would come over like every day. So over this time, that's how we met Yasmin. We started getting really locked in. We was going to parties together, going to Philly together, going to like not each other's hometowns, but like her and Star lived, like I told y'all, only like 30-40 minutes away. So we would be all be going back to their hometowns and just having a good time. We were like this. So as time goes on, I want to say this particular night we were going to a party. Now y'all, it was only, who was going to this party? It was only me, Star, Kelly had came with me. I think Star's best friend had came down to visit, and then Jade and Yasmin, and then we all had went to this party. Now we walking up to the party or whatever. It was maybe like a cool 15-minute walk from where my apartment was. So we walk into the party, and in the crowd, Yasmin points out, she was like, oh, there go that girl that don't like me. So, you know, y'all, we was already tipsy because we pregame before we left to the party, obviously. So we looking in the crowd, we like, who? And so she's pointing, and like you could see a girl like in between like a group of people, but we couldn't really tell like who it was. So Jade is like, all right, whatever, we'll see her in the party if we see her, and then you can point her out then. So she's like, okay, bet. We go inside, we get our little cups of jungle juice, if you know, you know. And y'all, we head downstairs to the basement. So y'all know it's dark, but they got like the flashing disco type lights going, playing music. So, you know, you got to yell over the music. So Yasmin's yelling to me and Star, and she's like, there she go right there. There she go right there. So we looking, and she was pointing, but not really pointing. So we looking through the crowd, and she points out this girl, and she was like, her name is Coco. And she was like, yeah, there go Coco. She don't like me. And we're like, well, why? And she was like, oh, because she thinks I deal with Jamal. So me and Star looking at each other like, what? Because like I told y'all, Star deals with Jamal. So she's like, what you mean? She's like, we like, y'all just like this. Y'all just friends. She was like, yeah, but she don't think that. She thinks I deal with him, and she don't like me. So we like, well, who is she with? So we really couldn't tell. So we like, all right, whatever. If she not on that, like she not coming over here to say nothing to you, we don't care. We just here to have a good time. So she's like, okay. So boom, boom, boom. The night goes on. Like 45 or so minutes later, the bathroom was upstairs. So Star and Kelly and I, we go upstairs to go to the bathroom. Go into the bathroom, and Kelly was like, who was that girl that Yasmin, you know, was pointing out? So we like, oh, it was some girl that she said don't like her because of Jamal. Now, mind you, Kelly knew them too. So she was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, she always been just friends with them. Everybody knows. But y'all, Coco was a freshman. We were sophomores. So it's like she just got on campus and already feeling, you know, in her feelings about somebody. So she like, oh, that's crazy. We like, right. So we come out the bathroom. We going over there to get another cup of jungle juice. And we see the girl standing there. And at this point, she's like sort of kind of pointing at us too. Now, mind y'all, we didn't know her. I'd never seen this girl before. Nothing. I don't think Star or Kelly have either. But she was just looking at us. So Star looking over at her like, I'm about to go ask her what her problem is. I'm like, no, Star, just leave it alone. Not our beef. Like, if she say something to us, cool. But we don't even got to do that. So she was like, all right, cool. Whatever. So I'm like, all right. So we go back downstairs, and we telling Yasmin. She was like, well, why would she be pointing y'all out? I was like, well, maybe because she saw you pointing her out, and she saw that we was with you, so she's pointing us out to her friends because we your friends. Who knows? Y'all know how girl drama be. So she was like, all right, whatever. We going with the rest of our night. Night goes off without a hitch. We get home. That's that. Few days later, now me, Star, and Yasmin, we go over to Michael and Jamal's apartment. Now y'all remember he was doing too much story time with Blue, and how we went to that party at their apartment. We used to always go over there. I told y'all their apartment was like 50 feet away from my front door. So we would go over there if we wanted a break from my apartment, because like I told y'all, it was more like, my apartment was like the chill spot, like the party house, chill spot, kickback house, whatever you want to call it, because my roommates, obviously, they had their friends, they little booze that they dealt with, so it was always people over there for the most part. So we wanted a break from there. We would go over to Michael and Jamal's and just chill over there and smoke. So this particular day, we over there, we chilling with them, and Yasmin brings up to Jamal, she was like, yo, you need to get your little girlfriend or whatever in check. And he was like, who? She was like, Coco. He was like, she's still bothering you? She was like, yeah, she throwing subs or whatever. So she goes on the girl's Instagram. Sure enough, Coco still throwing subs at Yasmin for no reason, y'all. Just like, oh, she's a 304. Oh, girls be acting like always calling somebody they brother whole time. They basically, you know, getting it on with them, just throwing subs. So he was like, that's crazy. He's like, I already told her what it was. He was like, the funny thing is, I haven't seen her in 2 weeks. And we like, what? He was like, yeah, she keep trying to come over here. He was like, she keeps trying to come over here, and she keeps hitting me up, you know, trying to press me. He was like, but I have been told her, like, I'm not on that. Like, you cool, you know, on a late night, Saturday night, we coming back from a party, you could come over, leave, early. But he was like, I'm not trying to be on that with you. He was like, she's young, she's a freshman, she thinks that somebody want to be in a relationship, and I already told her I wasn't on that. So I guess since she can't give me that negative energy, she's just looking for a reason to blame, which is you. Like, the reason that he's not with her, y'all, is because of Yasmin. The whole time it's because Jamal just don't want to be in a relationship, but girls don't be trying to accept that. So sure enough, as we're talking, we all talking, Michael's like, yeah, that girl crazy, da-da-da. His phone starts ringing. Jamal was like, y'all spoke her up. He flips his phone around, y'all. It's Coco calling him. So, y'all, he ignores it, calls him again. He ignores it, calls him again. Now he getting mad. So Yasmin was like, just answer the phone. So he answers it. He was like, yo. So she was like, he put it on speaker. So he was like, shh. Put it on speaker. I know y'all probably like, boys be messy, but it is what it is. So he put it on speaker. So she was like, where you at? And he was like, I'm at the crib. She was like, oh, I'm about to come over. He was like, nah, like, I got company. And she was like, what you mean you got company? He was like, I have company over. She was like, okay, that's fine. Like, we can all chill. And he was like, no, don't come to my crib. And he hung up on her. What she do, y'all? Run right to Twitter. Start just throwing subs. Oh, niggas be lying. Niggas ain't. Just going off. Like, you would have really thought her and Jamal was in a relationship. But it was embarrassing. So, that was that. Now, y'all, Yasmin decides to be petty. And she takes a picture with me, Star, and her with Jamal and Michael in the background. We wasn't doing nothing crazy, y'all. We just took a picture. And she posted it. Now, y'all know they don't follow each other. But, girls, you looking at her page, she looking at your page, you looking at her story, she looking at your story. So Coco, her friends, whatever, they saw it. That opened the floodgates, y'all. It was just up after that because clearly she was trying to come over. And Yasmin posted it like right in that moment. So him saying he had company, you over there with them. So yeah, it was just up after that. So, y'all, we still chilling, we laughing, we leave there, we go back to my apartment, we sitting down, my roommates come in, and Yasmin's telling them the whole conversation we just had with Jamal and how the girl called, da-da-da. So she was like, what do these girls even look like? She was like, because I didn't even go to the party with y'all, so she was like, what do the girl look like? So she brings up Coco's Instagram. Now, on Coco's Instagram, y'all, she had pictures of her other friends. So she's like, well, that's Coco, we gonna name them Ren and Stimpy, y'all, because one girl, she was like 5'10", was like a cool 250, 300 pounds. Like, that girl was big. And then you had Ren, she was just more like regular size, like, I don't know, whatever. And yeah, so she was like, that's Coco, that's her friend Ren, and that's her friend Stimpy. They're all freshmen, they all live in blah 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 building. They don't like me because of Jamal, XYZ. So my roommates is like, she that pressed, da-da-da. Like, now mind you, y'all, Chloe was always the type, she was always on go, like, always. Now, what did I name her? Dana wasn't. Dana would be on go because, now mind y'all, Chloe and Dana were sisters. Yeah. So if Chloe was on go, Dana was on go. If Dana was on go, Chloe was on go. But Chloe was always on go. Dana was more laid back, but, she didn't play by her friends. So she was like, well, do they want to fight? Because I'm confused as to why she keep throwing subs. She was like, no, like, she don't be pressing me. Now mind y'all, side note, Coco and Yasmin had an 8 a.m. class together, y'all, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they had an 8 a.m. class together. So my thing is, Coco, if you seen Yasmin going to class, coming from class, in class, and you felt that press, why not just ask her, like, girl, you did with Jamal because I did with him? And she would be like, no, girl, we've been friends since freshman year. Now, she probably wouldn't have believed you. That's probably why she didn't ask her. But you had all of that time. But now when Coco be with her friends, y'all, she be allowing people to put a battery in her back. For those of you who don't know, that means allowing your peers to charge you up, to make you feel like you so tough when you around a group of people rather than just approaching that person you have a problem with. But again, we were like 19, 20, 21. And the drama was alive and well. So my roommates is like, well, F her. Like, we don't care. As long as she not trying to be on that with you, it is what it is. So she's like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yada, yada. So we like, okay, cool. Now, y'all, fast forward, I want to say, to the night in question. This was like literally like a month later. Now, we haven't really heard anything more else about Coco and her friends, but it was just regular. Like, we wouldn't even really see them when we would go out. Sometimes we would see them, but it was never no static. Like, it was never nothing that really happened. So fast forward, one night we decide that we're gonna have a kickback. Now, I told y'all my house was the party house, whatever. So we decide, like, oh yeah, y'all, we all gonna be home, nobody's leaving for the weekend, like, let's decide to have a kickback. Like, we can get bottles, we can, make food, get chips, whatever, and have people over. So we was like, okay, cool. Now, that weekend, Letty had came down. Y'all remember Letty from the birthday drama story, the Was I Wrong story? Letty had came down with her girlfriend. Star, obviously, like I said, basically lived there. Her best friend came down. And she lived from Star's hometown, like I said, like a half hour away. So she was there. And then, like I said, all my roommates were there. Kelly was there. I think at the time, Blondie and I were still cool. So, yeah. So, she was there. So, y'all, we decided that we're going to have a kickback, like I said, this Saturday night. Now, we planning, prepping, doing everything we got to do. And now it's that night. Now, it's like maybe 11, maybe like 10 o'clock. We was going to have it around like 11, like when people would start coming or whatever. So, Yasmin had said that her friends from back home were coming to visit, and they were going to a party that was like in another complex or whatever. That was like a 10-15 minute walk in another complex. So we like, okay, cool, you know. But she was like, and I'm gonna slide by afterwards, and I'll probably just stay over here for the rest of the night. So we like, okay, cool. Now her boo Cameron and Dylan, they had went back to the hometown because they had to re-up on Tree before they came back to school. So Yasmin was like, yeah, no, it's cool, my friends gonna come down, I'm gonna meet them at my room, I'm gonna get ready over there, and then we gonna go to the party, and then we'll leave and then come back to y'all house for the kickback. So we like, okay, cool, have fun. Y'all, nights going on, my friends there, we taking shots, we smoking, we just having a good time. Now, maybe like I said, now it's like maybe 12 in the morning or so. I'm out on my back terrace or whatever with Letty, her girlfriend, and Star. And we just out there vibing, smoking. Star had already knew them or whatever. And that was that. Next thing you know, Jade had just came outside like she was in a panic. And she was like, yo, come in. She was like, did y'all see Yasmin? So we like, did we see Yasmin? And they like, she was like, yeah, come inside. So we all come inside. And I'm like, well, where's Chloe? Where's Dana? So she was like, they went upstairs. So I'm like, where's she at? So she was sitting on our steps. And y'all, I told y'all you had the kitchen. You had the flight of steps that led up to the rooms upstairs. So she's sitting right there on the steps. So we like, Yasmin, you cool? And she was looking down, y'all, like looking down at her, like in her phone. And she looks up. Her face just looked so disheveled. She didn't look beat up, but you could tell like she had like a little cut right here. She just looked flushed. Her hair, like if you was going to a party, you wouldn't look like that. Like her hair looked a little like on top of her head. She just looked off. So we like, girl, what's wrong? Like, what happened? At this point, she's like, girl, y'all, I'm so pissed. I'm so aggravated. So we like, where's your friends at? And mind you, it was like 4 or 5 of her friends that came to visit. So we like, where are your friends at? She was like, they went back home. Like, I'm not dealing with them. I'm not talking to them. So we like, what happened? So at this point, Chloe and Dana are coming downstairs. So they're like, Yasmin, you cool? So we like, okay, come on, like let's go outside or whatever. Like let's go. Actually, did we go outside? No, we went to the kitchen. So we cleared out the kitchen. We pushed more people into like the living room and like the stairwell basically. And now we in the kitchen so we can hear. So we like, what happened? So she's like, y'all, we get to this party or whatever. And I guess they went inside the party, and then I don't know if she said a boy came inside, said some girls was looking for her, something like that. But she basically comes outside the party. So she's like, I'm going to tell her from her perspective. Yasmin goes, y'all, I go to the party with my friends. She was like, we got ready at my room, and boom, we pre-gamed. We walk over to the party. We go inside the party. She said, I'm not even in the party no more than like 25, 30 minutes. And then next thing you know, so-and-so is telling me that some girls is outside looking for me. So she was like, her one friend was like, who's outside looking for her? Like, da-da-da. They not really thinking nothing of it. But my thing is like, they knew they knew Yasmin had beef at her school. Because if I had beef with somebody at my school, my friends that was coming to visit would know. Like, I don't know. So she's like, yeah, her friend was like, well, who will be looking for her? So Yasmin and her friend, she was like, we go outside. And outside, y'all, is Coco, is Ren, Stimpy, and like 2 other girls. So it was 5 of them. And then you had Yasmin and, like I said, at least 4 to 5 of her friends, right? Basically, Coco calls her out and was like, well, I want to fight. And then all of her other friends, y'all, was like, yeah, we want to fight too. So her one friend goes, oh, well, y'all not going to jump her. If y'all want y'all one-on-ones, y'all could get y'all one-on-ones with her. Y'all. So we looking at her like, okay, keep going. So she has to basically run a fade, y'all, with all of the girls while her friends were standing there. So she had to fight Coco for like, I don't know how much time. Then Ren, then Stimpy. Stimpy, she said, was flailing her. Y'all, I told y'all, Yasmin was like $1.15, $1.20, and like 5 foot. Stimpy, like I told y'all, was like 5'8", 5'9", a solid 250. She said she was flinging her around, but she was like, I was trying to get my hits in. So Chloe, like I told y'all, always on go, was like, where were your friends? And I know y'all probably like, right. Y'all, we were like, where are your friends? Like, what happened? She was like, I'm not talking to them. She was like, her friends stood there, y'all, and allowed her to get the fade in with each and every one of them. Now, some of y'all might be like, okay, what's the problem with that as long as they didn't jump her? I'm scared of y'all because if it was me and I'm going to a party and my friend says, oh, I got beef with those girls, and the one girl she got beef with, she want to fight, okay, cool. But then the rest of y'all talking about, oh, well, we want to line it up too, and y'all don't have no issues with her outside of y'all friend. No, I'm going to take that next round. And then the next friend take the next one. And then the next friend take the next one. Because it's 4 or 5 of us and it's 4 or 5 of y'all. So Yasmin, Coco, y'all the ones that got beef. Y'all get it in. I'm going to fight Stimpy. You're going to fight Ren. You're going to fight girl number 1. You're going to fight girl number 2. That's how it was supposed to go.
Yep. I'm next, let's go. I'm next, let's go. Me.
They didn't do that. Y'all, her friend stood right there and watched her have to fight Coco. Didn't have to fight Ren. Didn't have to fight Stimpy. She had to fight all of them. Now, she had her own because, like I said, she ain't look beat up or nothing. She had just, like I said, a scratch right here. And her hair looked a little crazy. Y'all, we were on go. We were pissed. Like, we ain't even care about the kickback no more. We, like, caught him. Call them right now. So she was like, no, y'all, no, it's not that deep. We like, no, call them right now, because the fact that they made sure that they, like, my thing is, y'all, like I said, we would see them at parties. Why did y'all pick this particular night when y'all thought, because y'all didn't know her other friends, so y'all thought that she was probably there by herself, or she probably knew the person that was throwing the party, which she did. But we been to her, girl, you don't go nowhere by yourself, especially when you got girls on this campus that be out and about and don't like you. They would not waste time to jump you. So yeah, it just threw us all. We were just all pissed. We was like, call them. She was like, no, like, it is what it is. Like, we was like, no, call them. Like, call them. So Star gets Coco's Instagram from Yasmin's phone, and she hit up Coco, and she was like, I'm the one that's dealing with Jamal, so what's up? What's up? Coco was like, oh, I don't have no problem with you. I don't even know you. I don't have no problem with you. Like, I have a problem with Yasmin, so that's where my problem is going to stay. And Star was like, well, I got a problem with you now. And if you got a problem with whoever's dealing with Jamal, I'm the one dealing with him, so what's up? Coco didn't, just blocked her. Just didn't want no smoke, y'all, blocked her. So we were on go. We were like, nah, like, that's crazy. So we all hyped. Y'all know, tree, bottles. We was just, and people just ampness. It's the weekend. You know, everybody was on go. But, y'all, they was just throwing subs. Now we was throwing subs, because now it's like, now it really is us against y'all, because not y'all did that to our friend. When y'all see all of us together all the time, and y'all only try her because y'all thought, well, I can't even say y'all, they thought she was by herself, because she was. Because what the hell was your friends doing? Comment down below, y'all, and tell me what her friend's not wrong, because me, my roommate Star, my Letty, everybody in there were like, what? Even Letty, my friend from home visiting, she even said, like, if you were to go out and say, like, yeah, I got beef with them girls, and her friend was like, okay, I want to fight too. Letty is not even the type to be like, no, I'm going to run it for her. Letty is the type to just run down on her friend and swing on her. That's how I feel like your friends are supposed to come for you, but not my problem. So anyway, y'all, so the night goes on. She's cool. We loosen her up. She has a good time. Now, Cameron and Dylan, they come back. So they're like, what happened? What happened? So now they all concerned. They like, nah, that's crazy. Da, da, da. So now everybody getting hyped up again. Y'all, fast forward, I want to say, honestly, like maybe 2 weeks or so went by. Like 2-3 weeks went by. And this particular night, we were like, okay, we're going to go to a party. Like, let's go to a party. Now, I don't think, I'm trying to think, who was I with that night? Who was I with? Because this is important. So, because this was the night, y'all, that, yeah, things went crazy. So, it was me, Star, like I said, right-hand man. So, me, Star, Yasmin, Jade, and Star's best friend. We all decided we're going to go to the party, but we also took Dylan with us, because Dylan was trying to sell some tree at the party to, you know, get some money. So, we like, okay, cool. So said that girl name. I said Star's best friend's name, so my bad. Star's best friend, I'm not giving her name, y'all, because it's just too many names. So Star's best friend, she had a car, so we was just all gonna pile up in the car. We was gonna go to the party, y'all. That night we was drinking Captain Morgan, we was drinking Apple E&J, we was drinking Peach Parmesan, we was drinking Hennessy, we was drinking a little too much stuff, and we was just so lit. I think we was drinking thought juices, like the limeritas and stuff, y'all. We were lit. So we decided like we all going to this party. Now Chloe and Dana were like, oh no, we're not going. I think actually no, Chloe was going to end up going to the party, but she said she was going to come by herself because her little boo or whatever was just going to drop her off at the party to link up with us. So we was like, okay, cool. Dana was like, oh no, I'm just going to stay home. So we was like, okay, fine. So y'all, the 5 of us plus Dylan, we get to this party, get inside the party. We go downstairs. Like I said, now mind y'all, it's the same house from the time that they was pointing at each other and stuff, same house. So we downstairs, we're in the basement. We having a good time. Boom, boom, boom. Who comes downstairs, y'all? Coco, Ren, and Stimpy. It was just the 3 of them that we saw. So we like, okay, we looking. Then next, you see the other 2 girls, because you gotta scope the scenery out, because I need to see who's with who. So you see the other 2 girls that I think Yasmin had showed us their Instagrams too when she was showing us Ren, Stimpy, and Coco's. So Star had her eye on them. She was like, yeah, I remember them too. Da da da. They were like, I don't know, like Bopsy twins or whatever. But yeah, so we're downstairs. We all just having a good time. We like, what, F them, blah, blah, blah. We was, y'all, when I tell y'all we was drunk, we was not tipsy. We were lit. I don't know why we decided to get so lit that night, but that definitely played a role in what happened next. So we downstairs or whatever. Now Star's like, I gotta pee. So I'm like, all right, like, let's go upstairs. So we leave her best friend, Jade, and Yasmin downstairs with Dylan. So me and Star, we go upstairs. We go into that same bathroom. Now, y'all, the way the bathroom was, like, as soon as you come up the stairs, you had the kitchen, a back door, like the kitchen, a back door, and a little walkway right here to get to like the front part of the house. Does that make sense? Back door, kitchen, bathroom was right here, and then you go straight. You had like the regular living room, and then a staircase that led upstairs, and then you had the basement door right there. So we come upstairs, the bathroom's right there, the door's cracked, lights off, so we go into the bathroom. Now we in the bathroom or whatever, and then somebody's knocking on the door, and we open the door. It's who was it? It was Ren. So we looking, and she was like, oh, I didn't know nobody was in here. We like, oh no, girl, you could come in. So I don't think she really recognized us. You would think that she did, but she didn't recognize us, I don't think. So Star's like, no, you could come in. So she was like, okay. Not, mind y'all, it's a bathroom. It's not like a public bathroom with stalls. It's a sink and a toilet, and you don't know us. Now me and Star, y'all know girls, we could go in the bathroom. I pee in front of her, she pee in front of me. It's no big deal. You don't know us. Why you coming into the bathroom, huh? So she comes into the bathroom, and I stand in front of the door, and she's like at the sink or whatever. So Star's like, oh, you got a problem with Yasmin? She's like, you got a problem with Yasmin? Y'all, Ren turned around. She was like, what? Me? Do I have a problem with who? We like Yasmin. You, your friend Coco. Y'all got a problem with Yasmin. Y'all, for her, she was like, that didn't have nothing to do with me. That didn't have nothing to do with me. That I didn't even want to do that. I don't have no problem with her. Like, that's between her and Coco. I don't have no problem. So we like, you sure? Because if it's a problem, like, the same way y'all got the fade with her, you could get it with us. And she was like, no, like, I don't have no problem with her. I don't have no problem with her. Copping the fifth, y'all. Copping the plea. So we was like, okay, cool. Just checking. So she was like, yeah. We leave out the bathroom. Boom. We go back downstairs. Y'all, we go downstairs. As we're coming downstairs, Jade and Yasmin and Dylan are coming upstairs. And the best friend, Star's best friend. So they coming up the stairs. As they're coming up the stairs, Brenna's coming out the bathroom, but she's going, like, you could see Coco and Stimpy standing, like, against the counter in the kitchen. Like, y'all, it was a movie the way everything played out. Because, like I said, they're coming up the stairs. The 3 of them are coming up the stairs to meet us. So now we're at the top of the basement stairs. And then Brenna's coming out the bathroom. Coco, Stimpy, and the other 2 girls are standing, like, right by the kitchen. I guess they ended up coming upstairs. And they came upstairs, I guess, when Ren came upstairs. So that's what caused Dylan, Jade's, I keep about to say that girl name, Dylan, Jade, Star's best friend, and Yasmin to come upstairs, because they was like, well, we came upstairs because we saw them coming upstairs, and they were standing by, like, against the counter, I guess, trying to wait for me and Star to come out the bathroom. So, y'all, she goes over to him, she was like, yeah, and I'm tired of these So me and Star, like, I know that's not Ren. I know that's not who I think it is when we just pressed you in the bathroom. And that's what I mean, y'all, when I say their little group of friends just used to charge each other up, because y'all was never like that by yourself. You was just copping a plea in the bathroom, and now you talk about some, oh, I'm tired of this, just being loud and dramatic. So she was like, yeah, I'm tired of this. Like, if girls got a problem, they just mad they friend got beat up, So Star was like, who got beat up? Who got beat up? So now at this point, boys, everybody in the kitchen, so everybody started looking around like, wait, what's going on? So she's like, your friend got beat up, your friend got beat up. Y'all, mind you, as this is going on, the back door is open while Chloe is coming in the door. So she's right there. So she sees us going back and forth. So she's pushing through, and y'all, music playing, everything. So the boys, I guess, whose house it was trying to prevent her from coming. They was like, nah. Y'all not doing all that. Y'all not trying to get our party shut down. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all gotta take that. Y'all gotta go. So they basically start kicking us out, y'all. So we like, okay, whatever. Like, we don't care. Let's party. Like, we don't care. Because at this point, we just saw red. Because at this point, now we know we gonna have to fight because Star already done said, you know, Ren started it, Star responded, so now we already know more than likely we're gonna be fighting. And then 2, you throw tree, and like I said, bottles in there, and it's just a recipe for disaster. So we go outside, they push us out the back door. Y'all, we around the front of the house now. People coming outside because I guess other people got the vibe like it's about to be a fight. Y'all, we come outside, all of us, we link up in the front. Now, Chloe wasn't with us. Like, she wasn't with, like, me, Yasmin, Star, her best friend, Yasmin, Jade. She wasn't with us. Like, I don't know if she got separated from us or what, or she didn't really know where Star's best friend's car was. I don't know. So, y'all, we get into the front of the house and we going off, like, we like, nah, where they at? We tying our hair up, all of that. Y'all, I kid y'all not. Me and Star was just talking about this, like, what, a week ago. I was telling her I was going to do this story time. Y'all, it's those 2 girls. Remember I told y'all Star had her eyes on those 2 girls for whatever reason. The liquor, like, made her see, like, laser vision. These girls, y'all, I'm sitting here, like, literally a cool 10, 15 feet away. The 2 girls are just outside talking to each other. Why Star take off, y'all? Full sprint, take off toward these 2 girls. And now, mind you, as she's taking off, the other girls is coming outside like, yeah, so what's up? Y'all, all I see is Star. I'm about to go run after Star, but now these girls are in me, Yasmin, the best friend, and Jade's faces. And Dylan was right there. Obviously, he's not about to fight no girls or whatever because he's like, if it's even, it's even. I'm not trying to get no parts. And on top of that, he don't go to school there. He got tree on him. So he's like, I'm not trying to really be involved. So, but he knew it was beef already. So, y'all, like I said, I see Star take off running. She just starts swinging on both of these girls at the same time. Boop, boop, boop. But Star was holding her own. They did not get my girl on the ground, y'all. They did not get my girl on the ground. She was giving it to them. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know why my little crazy self went and swung on Stimpy, y'all. Yes, Stimpy. 5'9", 5'10", 5 whatever. Stimpy, 250. And I swung on her. Y'all, I'm swinging. Y'all know how, like, y'all ever see the movie when it's like a little chimp or a monkey or a little animal trying to get the person? That was me, because she had me up in the air, y'all. I'm just boop, 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 face shots. Y'all, all I remember, I thought she slammed me on the ground, but she definitely didn't slam me on the ground because I felt like I would have probably been out. But, like, I remember I was on the ground, but by the time I was on the ground, Jade and Yasmin had ran up and started swinging on her. Boop, 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 boop. We still see Star over there fighting. Next thing you know, and I'm getting hot telling the story because y'all know I get hyped. So Dylan is like, stop, let's go. Y'all, we start hearing police sirens. He like, let's go. Star's best friend is like, come on, let's go. Like, I'm sitting here thinking like, Star, best friend, why you not fighting? And I'm going to give y'all that story in a second. So I'm like, Star, best friend, why is you not fighting? She's like, come on, let's go. Let's get in the car. So Dylan is like, get her up. So they get me up. They beating on Stimpy. We get up. I'm swinging on her. Boop, boop, boop. Got my last little good hit in. And then Dylan runs over. He grabs Star. She's like, boop. They trying to jump her now. So he's trying to hold them off. Grabs us. We running. Boop, boop, boop. We hop in Star's best friend's car. And she's like, why are y'all doing that? That why y'all was supposed to fight? She was just trying to give us a lecture. Y'all, Star cursing her best friend out. Because she was like, why were you not fighting? If I run off, you're my best friend. Like, Ayanna was already fighting Stimpy. I'm assuming Coco, I don't even remember, y'all, if Yasmin and Coco had fought, because Coco was like running scared, because if that was the case, how did Jade and what's her name end up coming? But I think Jade was fighting Ren, and like I said, I was getting Stimpy, and I don't know, Yasmin was supposed to be fighting Coco, but like I said, I think Coco ran scared. So then I guess when they was done with their fights, they came over and was like, oh no, Ayanna. And then, yeah, so Star's going up on her best friend like, girl, why you didn't help? If you see your best friend, you're here because of me, and you see me take off toward 2 girls, why are you talking about, come on, let's get in the car? You supposed to take off running after me. I would have took off running after her, but like I said, those girls that came out real rowdy, like, so what's up? So she's going off her friend. She's like, I don't have time for this, Star. Like, you shouldn't even be out here fighting. She's like, that's not the point. Whole time, y'all, flag on the play. Previously, like maybe a year or 2 before this, Star and her best friend had went to South Street, and she had beef. Like, Star had beef with some girls. Well, the girls more had beef with her because of her boyfriend at the time. Why these girls jumped her and her best friend stood there? Like, I don't know how many girls it was. It was like maybe 3 girls jumped Star in Philly on South Street, and her best friend stood right there and didn't do nothing.
Your friend? Ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend?
I know, listen to me.
Ain't that your friend? Find her.
And I know y'all probably like, how is she still friends with her? I don't know. They ain't friends to this day. But yeah, so she was basically going off on her like, you did the same thing back then. Da, da, da. You're a punk. You're this. I'm sick and tired of you. Da, da, like just going off. And she was mad because now we angry because now we done fought. So now we just aggravated. Y'all, we get back to the house and Chloe and Dana. Chloe was in there telling Dana. Dana's like, what happened? What happened? Da, da, da. So now we all telling them what's going on. We all telling them what's going on. So at this point now, Dana's like, nah, now I'm mad. She was like, call them here now. Like, they really want to get it in. So y'all didn't finish the fight. Tell them to come here to this apartment right now. So then Chloe was like, yeah, because she was like, I didn't even know y'all was out there fighting. She was like, I got separated. She was like, my one of her girls from her class or whatever saw her, and she was like, come on, girl, like, I'm gonna take you home. But she was like, no, my friends is out there, but she didn't know where we was at. So they had left. She was like, call them here right now. Y'all, before Yasmin could even like call them, before she could even call them, they pretty much knew where we lived at. So they was banging on our door. So we like, who banging on our door? We looked through the peephole, y'all, while it was like 11 girls outside. Y'all, they banging on our back door. We go to the back door. Now, we didn't have a peephole, but it was just like a regular glass door with like our, the blinds. So we looking through the blinds. Our patio is filled with girls. I was like, not y'all brought y'all whole dorm, y'all whole floor to our apartment. So we like, all right, that's what we gonna do. So Chloe and Dana was like, we don't want to fight nobody else. We like bumped that. It's mad at them. They're going to definitely run in here and outnumber us. So we like, we're not about to do that. So Dana and Chloe was like, we just want Ren and Stimpy. Like, because they was talking and they the biggest. So we want both of them. Like, Coco, if she want to come in here to fight Yasmin, cool. But like I said, y'all, Coco was like punk. Like, she was a punk. So they at the front door. So we looked through the peephole. It was Ren and Stimpy right at the front. So we talking to them through the door. So Chloe was like, only one of y'all coming in here at a time. And they like, no, because y'all not going to jump us. Da, da, da. So they trying to push through the door. So we like, all right. So we all on our side trying to open the door, y'all. So we pressing against the door. So they pressing on the other side. I don't know how to like tug of war with the door. But then like Stimpy big ass was like right in the front. So when the door opened, she got in first. We hurried up and slammed the door, locked it. Y'all, Chloe did that girl in. When I say did her in, she boop, 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 boop. Now, as she's whooping her ass in the middle of our living room, couches, everything moved out the way, whooping her ass in the middle of our living room, we do the same thing again. Open the door again. They banging on the door now because now they think we jumped in Stimpy, but we wasn't. We was just sitting there watching her get beat up. Then the door opens and Ren comes in. Boom, we close it again. Dana hops on her ass. Boop, boop, boop. They beating up Ren and Stimpy right in our living room. Y'all, whoop their asses. Then Yasmin's hitting up Coco and she was like, what's up? Like, do you want to fight? Like, Coco, Coco and Yasmin never fought. Like, Coco started all of this and she never fought Yasmin. And y'all, when I say Yasmin and Coco never fought, I meant that night. Not that they never fought, because they did fight the night that Yasmin had to fight them all one-on-one. But this particular night, they didn't fight. So that was that. After they got beat up, they left. All the girls left. That was that, y'all. That girl, Stimpy's blood was like on our wall. And like I told y'all, I can't get into my old laptop. I wish I could, but I can't. But y'all, Stimpy's blood was on our wall in our living room, like, until we ended up leaving for that semester to go home for the summer. Like, we could not get her blood out of our wall. And like, back then we was being petty, taking a picture of the blood, posting it. Like, oh yeah, girl, y'all thought y'all was on that. How you pull up and get beat up in somebody's living room. Like, that's crazy. We ain't have to jump you, nothing. But yeah, y'all, that was crazy. So after all of that, you know, the subs and all of that pretty much died down. They wasn't really on that with Yasmin no more. And I don't even think Yasmin didn't talk to her friends for like a good little while, but to this day she is back friends with them and stuff. But yeah, and all of that happened. Star had stopped talking to her best friend for a little while too, and it just was crazy. Like, it was crazy. But we would see them around campus and stuff, and there was no more problems. There was no more beef. Coco stopped dealing with Jamal because at that point it was like, yeah, girl, y'all already got beat up. Y'all lost the battle, so just leave it alone. But yeah, y'all, that was our whole college brawl story time, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, like I said, repost, share. We are on the road to 1K. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.
Hi.